This video is about how to draw 4 different figures using a centre line. I'm Michael Coxon, and in this video I'm going to show you how I draw 4 different action poses using stick figures. One of those figures I'm going to develop into a much more finished product, and the story will be about how Japanese kids clean their school. So stick around for that. I think you'll enjoy it. So let's dive into the drawing now. Right now we're going to start our drawing of the 4 stick figures in an action pose. Before we go on though, I'll just take 1 second just to show you what I'm using. I've got an HB pencil, I have a 2B pencil, a kneaded eraser, and a pencil which I like very much, the mechanical pencil 0.3, plus a set square you need for this project. And I highly recommend making grids like this one. Template. It's marked off in thirds and in sixths across here, because this is very useful for a double page. So the single page will be about there, and I mark it off in thirds and halves just for convenience. So let's start our drawing. The first drawing will be a very simple stick figure, and he's bending over from the hips. Now, any figure that's bending over from the hips really will be only about 5 heads. Just be flexible on that. Okay, so we'll I think I'll put the head a little bit further even. I want to get him to be looking down at something. Okay, stay very loose, don't worry about erasing or anything like that. Just keep your pencil just very free and flexible. Okay, so that's here's his pelvis. So bending from the hips is fairly close to the ground. Okay, so his left leg will come out from here and come just down below. You see I've marked this halfway point. It's very handy when you're drawing figures to mark the halfway point. Okay, so we just put that leg down there and put a shoe on him, and the leg from the other side of the pelvis will come down very close and just meet in here, and just come down on that center line. Okay, so he's slightly out of balance because I haven't put his arm in yet, so be conscious of balance all the time. But when you're drawing these stick figures, we really want to stay loose. Okay, about a head length for that upper arm, and stretching right out here, another head length. There's his hand, and he's reaching down to pick a little flower. Excuse my petal design is not very good today. Okay, so nearly in balance. Okay, this is acting as a counterweight for this heavy area here. So just another little point for balance will be to put in that other hand coming over here. And of course we can see maybe this has got to come down just a little bit further. I'll refine these a little bit in a while, but I want to get on to the next one, the crouching figure. He'll be about 6 heads. Put his head here, and he can be looking forward, I think. So just think about his neck there. Okay, there's his rib cage, and his pelvis is coming right down just past that halfway point. Okay, and the spine, we might just check that line like so. Okay, putting his left arm about a head length once again. I might just refine that head. Hardly looks refined, but anyway, forgive me. Okay, so that's his left arm, and he'll have another shoulder here, come down tight, nice and tight in there, holding it in, and just put it down like so. Head length for this. Right, we can do his left leg coming from this side, coming over, and his knee. About 7.5 heads for the normal standing figure, so this will be about 6 heads, so not quite, because he's crouching, obviously. Okay, now they can come down just a little bit lower. Now, the important thing with any of these is to find balance. So let's do a figure. What would a figure be like if we are nearly about to fall over, and will probably fall over? So my advice to you when you're trying to draw any kind of pose is to act it out yourself. You take up the pose yourself and see how it feels, and you'll get it much better, be much more authentic if you've tried it yourself. Okay, he could be toppling backwards too, so that putting that baseline there will create some extra destabilizer. Okay, that's the back of his spine. Because his neck is obscured, because he's sort of not sure where he is. Okay, so we'll do his pelvis and coming down like so. Now, both legs are over this line, as you can see. Might just raise this pelvis up. It's a bit. He's a bit short on the leg. Using the eraser after he's just said don't use the eraser. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that's his right leg, and now his left leg. He's pretty wonky. I think he's a goner. This knee is a bit higher and comes like so. Right. Might just give a shocked look. Okay, so that's that. Now just this other arm can just come down, go up. He's trying to save himself. So our last guy is a fairly pugnacious sort of character. He's got more muscle and body to him. Give me a nasty look because he's a boxer. So he's got no neck at all, and to get that typical boxing pose, okay, we'll make him fairly tough looking. Make the ear lower on towards the chest there too. Okay, so over here he's striking a boxing pose. Comes in here and then goes down. All right, he's stabilized now, I can see that. And we'll just make him do something here. Come down come up close to his head. You know how boxers protect themselves. There's his boxing glove, and the other one is going out for a left jab. So this shoulder, so go across to here. So this one here can come out and then go up. Okay, so I'll just tidy these up a little bit for you, and then I want to come back to this. I really wanted to talk a bit further about this, but I'm going to choose one of these and I'm going to draw it in a much more detailed way, but I'll start off in the same way and show you how we can take it further by just spending time. Well, here we are back at the main drawing of the day, and I've drawn a horizon here and a floor line here, and just with that vanishing point, just trace off that line there. This is the corner of the classroom, and we've got our little friend here who's having fun doing the cleaning. So we're choosing a crouching figure, but I'm going to make her crouch even more. So that can be her arm. Okay, so first we might just put her head in there. Okay, and then rib cage can be here. She's cleaning the floor with a little mat. And this is an activity that happens every day in Japanese school. They do the cleaning. The children and the teachers do the cleaning, and so if they live in that space, they have to look after that space. So it's a good idea. And what happens is they have a mat, and I'll just pop that mat in now. Just put another vanishing point there. And this is where her hand will be, so just put a little mat like so. Okay, I'll do details with it later. I just want to get the figure in. So we've got a rib cage. I don't want to make her too old. So about 2 heads to here, so 1, 2, a bit, make it a bit smaller. Okay, so that can be right up in the air. In fact, we can exaggerate this. Okay, so this is her leg. So if this is her pelvis, we can just draw about 1.5 heads to there. This is on the other side, of course, and bring it down to there. That seems to fit okay. Right, and this part, it's stretched right out. And so that's one knee, that's another knee to about there. And so about the same. And we can make her getting ready for the sprint, as it were. Okay, so they run along the floor with this mat, and they do it in teams, and they clean the floor. Okay, so that's got the main pose. There we have it, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. I hope I was able to give you some information that might be useful for you. As I said before, just try to learn as much about anatomy and perspective as you can. Look at my videos on those topics. And practice. Please, keep working, because you will get there. It's just a matter of time and practice. So please enjoy drawing and seeing how you improve with practice. So if you liked this, if it was helpful, please support my channel by liking and subscribing, and especially if you could leave a comment indicating what you might like to see and what sort of topics you'd like me to cover. So thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next video.